Have you ever wondered if it's possible to make a pie chart funny? The answer is it's not. But many people have tried. Slideshow comics. A subsect of prop comics that use, PowerPoint instead of words. Any bit that you could possibly do could be presented in a PowerPoint presentation. At the same time, no bit has to be presented via PowerPoint. Nor does the use of PowerPoint make any bit funnier, in my experience. The point I'm trying to make is that we don't need this. Some of you are successful, but give up, because no one wants to see an analytical breakdown pie chart of why your wife sucks. Speaking of our wives sucking, the first man that we have here is going to be giving a scientific reason why your wife is always right. The old ball and chain. Jesus, man, aren't we all? Am I right? Up top.
So this will be the nerdiest thing I do, and I hope you hang in there. It gets pretty nerdy.
Did the comedy room have to wheel out a giant TV for this bit to work?
There's two inputs, A and B, and when both inputs are true, the output's true. A and B both have to be true. So if either input's false, the output is false, right? Then there's an OR gate. Says, I figured out the happiness logic map. Don is wrong, and Laura is right. The ladies are saying it. Laura's right. I have no problem there. She's right, it's right. This is where it gets complicated. If we're both right, Laura's right. And again, I have no problem with that because she's right. So, okay, I'll give it to her. That's fine. If I'm right and she's wrong, doesn't happen often, now and then, doesn't matter. I would rather be happy than right, so Laura's right. And then the hardest one, if we're both wrong, Don is wrong.
This joke didn't need to be in a PowerPoint. I think what most PowerPoint comedians do is they mask their delivery by delivering in PowerPoint presentations, which is static and it's the same thing every time. It's so they don't have to lift too heavy a load, and I get that, but it's just so unnecessary. And I don't think that you could get a room in a bunch of places because you need to haul around a TV with you to have your jokes.
Oh, hey! I didn't see that you had your TV with you. They don't accommodate here. You have to bring your own. You didn't know that? You're just gonna go up there and talk? And then I could never. This is my whole set right here. The comedy stores, they never accommodate a comedian of my caliber. I know they will see the light, and they're not gonna keep us slideshow comedians down any longer. Oh. That's my cue. I'll see you in the green room, man. It was nice meeting you.
It makes no sense to me. It's like the most milquetoast thing ever. Like, yeah, my wife, even when she's wrong, she's right. The old ball and chain. Right up top there. Oh, yeah.
They need is a new couch, a new coffee table, and a new rug. Because the other ones are almost 5 years old. They're out of style. I'm like, ah! She goes, I can get the couch for $2,900, I can get the coffee table for $9,900, and the rug for $1,999. And I quickly added it in my head, and I said, well, that's $5,997. I added it in my head, and that's only $3 in savings. She goes, what are you talking about? It's way more savings than that. I said, how do you figure? She goes, well, first of all, that's the sale price. The actual price of the couch was $44.99. I saved $1,500. The coffee table, that was $16.99. I saved another $700 there. The rug I got for, look at $2,000 off of the rug for a total savings of $4,200. Wait, she went on. I'm now going to take that $4,200 that I just saved, buy that television, which I found on sale, saving another $800 for a total savings of $5,000.
Okay, the presentation might be really needed here because there are so many numbers for this joke to work. My brain isn't ready for the cognitive load that it takes to see all these numbers. So we're going to move on to the next video.
Well, it's good to be here. I was in school as a kid. I hated school as a kid. My mother would always say, just enjoy it. One day you'll have to work for a living. I said, no, I won't, Ma. I'm gonna be a comedian. I told people I was gonna be a comedian. Everyone laughed at me. Well, no one's laughing now.
This next video is by a younger creator who's just getting into this whole slideshow presentation business. And maybe they know by now that finding a venue that will give you a flat screen for your bit is probably really hard. So it might be helpful to actually use the flat screen for what it's intended to be used as.
One of the 10 best things recently declassified hard drive.
This video is the top 10 things that were on Osama's hard drive. You know, Osama from Al Qaeda.
Number 10, documentaries about himself. Number 9, the film Ants. Osama bin Laden has watched Ants. Number 4, porn video games.
At least that Don guy, you know, from Al Qaeda, was using the presentation format to, you know, make Excel spreadsheets funny and graphs and flowcharts. But this dude is just using pictures and sentences, and you don't need to do that.
Which the CIA legally bans people from seeing. Apparently, and I found this out today, it's because the CIA thought if people realized they watched the same porn as Osama bin Laden, they might start to empathize with him.
What was on Osama's hard drive was inherently funny at the time. I don't think you need to have a picture. I don't think you can say what was on Osama's hard drive and it not be funny. The situation is just funny. I mean, he had porn. I mean, he had Chicken Little, Ants, Naruto, and video games on his hard drive. The dude was living it up. I mean, look at how useless the slideshow presentation is in this video.
Genuine read. Number 3, anime. Looks like Osama-chan's taste in anime is Super Sugoi.
The dude just read the screen. It was one sentence. I mean, it's crazy. You hooked up a whole projector. And it was for this? Okay, this next one is from a dude who has like a few viral videos of this, and they're all on like TED Talks and national television. How anyone who just reads PowerPoint presentations can end up on national television is astounding to me.
Spam emails. And it managed to get through my spam filter. I'm not quite sure how, but it's turned up in my inbox, and it was from a guy called Solomon Odonka.
How did this guy get here? The TED Talk people, whoever they are, they're sitting there and they're scheduling a talk, wherever they go to. They're just like, well, what's the lineup for today? Well, we got a talk about the meaning of existence and then how to deal with trauma from PTSD. And we have the guy who spent 4 weeks of his life emailing a dude who's like overseas getting paid $2 an hour in a sweatshop to fish people on Gmail. Yeah, that dude needs a 10-minute spot.
So what do you for a living? I'm a hedge fund executive manager. This is the first time I should put in, my friend. No. That's like panic. I was like, look, what do you think? Like, going by the postal service, it ought to be signed for. That's a lot of gold. He said, well, it'll not be easy to get my company to a large quantity shipment. I said, sorry, I'm completely honest. I'm putting together a visual. If you take the board meeting the whole time.
I mean, it's kind of okay, but like, Kit Boga better.
Hey guys, I got into.
Look at those extras. They're taking. Let me just turn on the flat screen. The people in the back, they can't see it. All right, let's get into this bit. This is a viral video about ducks, and I actually kind of like this one. It's a really good YouTube video, but why is it on TBS? It's crazy to me. I mean, it should have just been like a really good YouTube video. How did this guy get where he's at?
And you can pretty much make yourself like a full-on kind of drugs, I would say, sort of in the house. And then obviously, you don't want to just, you have to.
I mean, the video speaks for itself, and it's kind of humorous, but like, bro hasn't said a word yet, and we are a minute in.
obviously be a little bit creative, and then I found and then I thought, and then obviously, I thought it was a bit subtle. So then what I did is I had like obviously a tip book, like people owe me money, for drugs, that I sold them, and then that was, I mean, I'll be honest.
I mean, he's trying to say a word. The video is going too fast for him. This video is just about him getting more and more rubber ducks and then leaving them all around the house.
Sale from China. This genuinely happened. This is. And I had a lot of time. And what I did is I staged Nuremberg in the bath. This got me into significant trouble. This was not good.
And it scales and scales, and I think that the concept is really funny, and I like the reactions from the roommate. That's really good, but this is like the deepest end of this pit. It's just the slideshow most of the time. He's not even saying anything. I mean, at least the other people read the words. The people, I mean, you gotta read the words for the people in the back, man. They can't see the screen. He's just pointing to the text messages.
One duck in the bathroom. And she said, one.
The giant duck is magnificent, though. You gotta respect that. Honestly, this is my favorite video of the slideshow presentation. People, there's more and more. It's not necessary. You don't need to create PowerPoints for your comedy. There are very little venues for beginner stand-up people that will give you a flat screen or a projector that you can use to like make a top 10 list, or a simple diagram, or a Venn diagram about how your wife and the ball of chain. It's a complete circle. Up top.
Killed those 3 Wall Street guys. Okay, I'm waiting for the punchline. There is no punchline. It's not a joke. You're serious, aren't you? You're saying you killed those 3 men on the subway? And why should we believe you? I've got nothing else to lose, Murray. Now let me get this straight. You think that killing those guys is funny? I do. I'm tired of pretending it's not. Okay, I think I might understand that you did this to start a movement or become a symbol. I killed those guys because they were awful. Straight awful. They'd run me over on the side of the street. If it was me laying there, you'd all run over me. Okay, so that's it. You're crazy? That's your defense for killing those 3 young men? My defense? They couldn't carry a tune to save their lives. Someone was killed today because of what you did. Joke, Murray. I think we've had enough of your jokes. What do you get when you cross a mentally ill loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash? I'll tell you what you get, Murray. You get what you deserve!
Yeah, that is all I had to say about this. It's crazy to me. If you're an aspiring PowerPoint comedian out there who, just put his first PowerPoint presentation together, just memorize it a little bit. It's hacky, it's phony, it's not funny. No one does it really well. And I didn't laugh at any of these videos, really. That's it. Goodbye.